stuck with my crush. Back in the room, Jung Minjun remained asleep. Suddenly he groaned and said, "Ugh." As Miss Han Yena patiently waited for Jung Minjun to wake up, she was shocked. Han Yena stood up and said, You're awake?" Jung Minjun sat up and said, where are we?" Han Yena said with her mouth wide open, "Mr. Kang Hakcheol treated you." Jung Minjun, confused, looked at Han Yena, her mouth still wide open, and said, "Kang Hakcheol? Kang Hakcheol from our class?" Han Yena said, "Yeah, I ran into him by chance after we escaped the construction site." Jung Minjun said, "But I'm sure at the site, after I fell from the second floor with Kim Sung-yeon, I don't really remember. Maybe it's the concussion. I vaguely remember you helping me and us going somewhere." Han Yena grabbed Jung Minjun's hands and said, "Anyway, I'm so relieved." Jung Minjun, still confused, said, Han Yena said with teary eyes, "Do you know how scared I was, thinking you might die?" As she placed Jung Minjun's hands close to her soft, large chest, Jung Minjun blushed and said, "Ah." As they stared at each other for quite some time, Han Yena said in confusion, "Huh?" Suddenly, she came to her senses and pushed Jung Minjun's hands away. He winced in pain and said, "Ah." Han Yena said, I mean, who told you to get cut by a knife like that? I mean, I appreciate you helping me, but still, that was reckless. What was I supposed to do if you died? You scared the stuffing out of me. Seriously, you idiot." Jung Minjun said, sorry, as he scratched his head and started sweating. Han Yena said, "No. Why are you the one apologizing? Just thank you, okay? Do you even know how hard it was dragging you all the way here?" Jung Minjun said to himself, "What do you want me to say then?" Han Yena said, and Mr. Kang Hakcheol said you need to rest for at least 1 day. So you should get some real rest today, and we'll see how you're doing by tomorrow morning." Jung Minjun said, really? But they say gangbuk's going into lockdown? We don't really have time to waste." As he felt pain in his wound, he said, "Ugh." Han Yena said, "Are you okay, you idiot? Why are you trying to move already? Just lie still." Jung Minjun said, okay." A few moments later, Mr. Kang Hakcheol knocked on the door as Jung Minjun and Han Yena looked at it. Kang Hakcheol said, "It's me. I'm coming in." Han Yena said, Kang Hakcheol, huh? Kang Hakcheol came inside and put down a bag. Jung Minjun said, "Oh." Kang Hakcheol said, "This is your bag, right? The one you always carried at school." Jung Minjun said, "Yeah, that's right. My bag." Kang Hakcheol said, "It was on the second floor of the construction site, so I brought it. You had clothes and personal stuff in there. Thought you might need them. Oh, and there was a decent stash of emergency food. I grabbed some of it." Jung Minjun, shocked, said to himself, "Mom bought me this bag. Kinda comforting to see it again." Kang Hakcheol said, "Oh, and one more thing. Your glasses were lying on the ground too." He handed over Jung Minjun's glasses. Jung Minjun, shocked, said, Thanks." And he said to himself, "Thank goodness, my glasses." Jung Minjun said to Kang Hakcheol, Yena told me that you were the one who treated me." Kang Hakcheol asked, "How are you feeling?" Jung Minjun replied, "A little dizzy, but I'm all right." Han Yena said, Did you go check the construction site? What about Park Songbin?" Jung Minjun said, Just as I thought, Park Songbin wasn't there." As Lee Bong-yu and his friends said, "Ga, gra." Kang Hakcheol said, "Everyone else except him was infected, and the scooter was gone too, probably taken by him. The kickboard was wrecked." Han Yena, sweating, said, So there's still a chance we'll run into Park Songbin again?" Kang Hakcheol said, "Yeah, but don't worry too much. I might lose in a fight, but I always win at killing." Han Yena said, "Key crazy." Kang Hakcheol said, "Anyway, like I said yesterday, I'm planning to escape gangbuk. You guys, think you can keep up with me?" Han Yena and Jung Minjun were shocked. Jung Minjun said, "Oh, of course, we have to get out, even if it's right now." Han Yena said, "What? Hey, you're supposed to rest today." Kang Hakcheol said, "Yena's right. You can travel after you recover." Jung Minjun said, "No, seriously, I'm fine. Things could be worse by tomorrow." Mr. Kang Hakcheol replied, "But still, let's not rush it. Let's make a plan first. If we hurry, we might mess everything up." As he opened a marker, he wrote on the whiteboard and said, "I thought it over and there's a way to cross the Han River." Han Yena said, "Huh? How?" Kang Hakcheol replied, "Using line 5. He began drawing a map, showing a route from Gangbuk, passing through the Han River, into Songpa, and crossing into Gangnam. Jung Minjin said, "Ah, the underground tunnel beneath the Han River?" Han Yena said, "What would that be safe? There's a high chance of infected in densely populated areas like the subway." Kang Hachio said, "Line 5 has screen doors at every station. Once we break through those, it's unlikely there will be infected inside the tunnel itself. Of course, the real problem is getting inside the station and past the screen doors. And there are probably a ton of people who thought the same thing as us. The government might have even blocked off the Line 5 tunnel, but I think it's still worth checking out. So the closest Line 5 station from here is Jangan Station. As you guys know, it's a long walk. Especially the moment we leave this neighborhood and enter Jangan District, things are going to get way more dangerous." A few moments later in the afternoon, Kang Hachio wrote on the whiteboard, "Survival Rule 1. Do not rush." He said, "This is the first survival rule I came up with. Gangbuk is already locked down, so don't panic over time and don't rush into anything. If there's a safe place, settle there for a few days, recover your strength, and reassess. Never act out of desperation." Jung Minjun and Han Yena sat on the couch, sweating as they listened. Kang Hachio continued, "Second rule. Unless you're moving to another location, if you're just going out near a temporary shelter, go in pairs or solo. Avoid going out as a group of 3 or more unless absolutely necessary. And lastly, if you're ever in a truly life-threatening situation, do not throw your life away trying to save someone else. Like, even if you could survive by running, don't risk yourself trying to save someone else. Just take care of your own life, even me. If it comes down to it, I'm going to survive in my own way. Never try to sacrifice yourself for someone else." Jung Minjin sweated in silence. The next day, Kang Hachio said, "Jung Minjin." Jung Minjin looked confused. Kang Hachio handed over Luciel and said, "Use this as a weapon." Kang Hachio, sweating, looked at Luciel and said, You want me to use something this scary?" Han Yena, also sweating, said, "Ugh." Kang Hachio said, "It's not just for killing the infected. It's also good for threatening bad people. Just holding a weapon like that makes it harder for others to mess with you. And you know this already, but the infected will attack us like they're trying to kill us. When you fight back, stay focused and swing with everything you've got. You need to hit hard enough for that nail bat to pierce their heart or brain." "Got it?" Jung Minjin said to himself. "Crazy." Kang Hachio said, "All right then, let's head out." As they exited Taesong Labor Center a few moments later, outside Kang Hachio, Han Yena, and Jung Minjin walked the streets. Jung Minjin said to himself, "But is it really okay for me to kill the infected? They used to be normal people, someone else's family. They're coming at me to kill, but it's not like they're doing it by choice. If I kill them, doesn't that make me a murderer too? What if, by some chance, the country's legal system hasn't completely collapsed yet?" As Jung Minjin read the message on the wall saying, "You may be charged with murder," he thought. Would what I'm doing be considered a crime later? Kang Hachio said, "Hey, Jung Minjun." As Jung Minjin looked at Kang Hachio, he continued, "You're not wasting time on dumb thoughts or worries, right? Just forget stuff like that. This is a matter of life or death. If you want to live, you need to stay sharp. If you don't harden your heart, you're dead meat." Jung Minjin said, Okay." Han Yena stared at something in the distance and said, "Hey, wait." Kang Hachio looked confused. Han Yena said, "This road. Can we not go this way?" Han Yena said, "I've got a bad feeling. There's probably a bunch of infected that way." Kang Hachio asked, "How can you tell?" Han Yena answered, "I can sort of tell by the smell. That foul, distinct stench. When infected are nearby, you can smell it. And this way, it's especially bad." Kang Hachio was shocked and said, Can you sense where the infected are?" Han Yena replied, "Sense? Not exactly. It's more like a feeling, an intuition, and it's not always infected. Sometimes it's just a dead body. Plus, if it's just 1 or 2 infected, I can't really tell unless they're really close." Jung Minjin was shocked and thought to himself, come to think of it, she's always been unusually sensitive to smells. She reacted strongly to them several times before. Kang Hachio said, "I'll go check it out real quick." A few moments later, Kang Hachio was shocked as he saw zombies scattered around, groaning, "Tra, gru, ar, jkak, gra." Kang Hachio thought to himself, Han Yena, can she really sense the infected? Han Yena asked, "There are? I was right, wasn't I?" Kang Hachio said, "You were right. Going that way is too risky." Han Yena looked around and said, "Hey, take a look over there." Kang Hachio looked up, confused. "What are you looking at?" Jung Minjin said, "I think there's a soldier on the rooftop of that building. He's probably infected, right? Kang Hachio thought to himself, huh? He moved ahead and said, come with me for a second. Jung Minjin replied, confused, huh? As they entered a building, Kang Hachio looked out the window and said, it's fine. There aren't any infected up here. Come on. Hanyina panted, ha ha. Why did we come up here? Kang Hachio used his binoculars. I spotted at least 3 infected soldiers, and yeah, they're all infected, but one of them is still carrying a rifle. Jung Minjin said, hey, you're not seriously. Wait, are you thinking of taking that rifle? Maybe we should just forget it. Kang Hachio responded, if there's more than 3 of them, getting close to the one with the rifle will be nearly impossible. And what if there's no ammo? We can't even tell if it's loaded, right? Even if we get the rifle, firing it will make a ton of noise and attract a swarm of infected. Jung Minjin added, and we don't even know how to use. Kang Hachio interrupted, no, I know how to use it. That weapon. We need it. We're taking it. A few moments later, Hanyina said to Kang Hachio, hey, what the heck are you saying? Minjin literally just explained it. How are you going to deal with 3 infected at once in that cramped space? And that rifle, you said it's still strapped to the soldier's body, right? So the only way to take it is, we'd have to kill that infected soldier. There's no other way around it. Jung Minjin thought to himself, but there's been something bugging me for a while. He remembered a time in his room, aiming at a zombie approaching him and firing a rifle at it. Jung Minjin continued thinking, that lingering unease I haven't been able to shake. If that's the case, that weapon might be something we have to get sooner or later. Jung Minjin said aloud, all right, let's take it. Hanyina, sweating, said, what? Hey, you guys are seriously insane, aren't you? Even getting up there looks tough as heck. And how do you even plan to fight those infected? Kang Hachio replied, then we'll go on our own. You hide here. Hanyina said, fine, then I'll help too. What should I do? Kang Hachio said, it looks really cramped up there, so if all 3 of us go, it might actually be more dangerous, so it's better if you stay hidden here. Can you hold on to our bags instead? Hanyina said, me? All alone? It's even scarier being alone though. A few moments later, at noon a zombie girl faced a camera and groaned, Gula. Kang Hachio sneaked behind her. He said to Jung Minjin, let's grab this railing and climb up. You okay with that? Jung Minjin said, yeah. Kang Hachio said, but Minjin, you do not seem that scared of the infected. You didn't even hesitate coming this far. Jung Minjin answered, I am nervous, but I think that's making me more focused. As they reached the rooftop, Kang Hachio peeked past the barricade. The 3 soldiers groaned, Gra, gar. Kang Hachio said, as expected, only 3 infected soldiers. But they're all huddled too close together, so sneaking up on them won't be easy. Jung Minjin said, right. I heard from Yena you're good at throwing knives, right? Are you thinking of using that? Kang Hachio replied, just throwing a knife won't be enough to take them out instantly. We need to finish this in 10 seconds. Jung Minjin, confused and sweating, said, 10 seconds? How are we supposed to take down 3 infected in just 10 seconds? Kang Hachio said, obviously, I can't take on all 3 by myself. That's why I need your help. I'll rush in first and take down the closest one right away. That will draw the other 2 to me, right? Then you hit one of them with the nail bat. Jung Minjin, shocked, said, what if something goes wrong? Kang Hachio said, no matter what happens, you only need to take down 1. Just don't freeze up. Can you do it? Jung Minjin said, yeah, I'll try. Kang Hachio said, Jung Minjin, I get it. You're hanging in there, struggling, but right now survival comes first. We have to do whatever it takes to stay alive. Jung Minjin replied, yeah. He thought to himself, right. Ever since what happened with that guy in the rooftop room, I realized they're not human anymore. They stared at the zombie soldiers. Jung Minjin snuck along the side while Kang Hachio stood atop the barricade. Then he jumped. The zombies suddenly screamed, Grah! They charged toward Kang Hachio. He pulled out his pocket knife, thinking, I need to strike clean if I want to finish it in 1 hit. As a zombie soldier ran at him, Kang Hachio focused. A kill shot. He struck the first zombie clean. Kang Hachio's eyes widened in shock. Another zombie charged toward him. Crap, he thought. I have to take at least one of them out in 1 blow. He quickly slashed at its neck. It didn't go in deep enough. He realized. The soldier zombie still holding a rifle screamed, Rah! Ugh! Kang Hachio grunted, then shouted, Jung Minjin! Jung Minjin raised Lucille and swung the bat as hard as he could from behind. The infected soldier held its head. Jung Minjin muttered, sweating in confusion. The zombie turned around and shrieked, Rah! Jung Minjin panicked. Oh, fudge! What the heck? Get away from me! Oh! Kang Hakchiol watched the scene, gritting his teeth. That's not going to be enough. Suddenly, the other zombie rose and lunged at him. Grarg! Gah! Ka! He winced and thought, I need to take out the one with the rifle first. He pulled his knife back and stabbed it into the neck of the rifle-wielding zombie. They both collapsed. Kang Hakchiol dropped his knife. Shoot! He muttered to himself. The remaining zombie soldier growled, Rah! One infected is on Jung Minjin. Another one's charging at me. Kang Hakchiol thought, at this point, all I can do is pray. Please let there be at least 2 bullets left in this rifle. He cocked the rifle. Rar! The approaching zombie howled. Rah! The one grappling Jung Minjin bellowed. Jung Minjin groaned. Kuh! Where the heck is all this strength coming from? Bang! Kang Hakchiol fired the rifle. Kang Hakchiol! Jung Minjin shouted. The zombie by him stumbled. Koo! Ka! Roar! Kang Hakchiol smirked. Not bad for a rookie, Jung Minjin. Now the real fight begins. Bang! Another shot rang out. Han Yena, startled, jolted by the sound. That was 2 gunshots, was it not? She whispered. Shoot, that was loud, she muttered, pulling out her binoculars. Please, 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 please. She looked through them. They're safe, I think. Jung Minjin, catching his breath, said, Sorry, I don't think I was much help. Kang Hakchiol shook his head. No, you drew one of them away. That saved me, but later, we're going to need to practice swinging that bat properly. But seriously, that was impressive, Minjin muttered, firing in that position. Have you shot before? Kang Hakchiol said. Maybe 2 or 3 times when I was 12. Never with my left hand, though. I was just going off instinct. Lucky I didn't hit you. Huh, Jung Minjin responded, still in awe. Kang Hakchiol removed the magazine and thought, let's see how many bullets are left. 1, 2, 3. Huh, Minjin said, confused. Down on the street, the infected moaned and roared. Gra! Gra! Jung Minjin looked around nervously. Hey, I think I hear infected heading this way. Yeah, Kang Hakchiol nodded. That gunfire probably drew them in. We need to hurry. Can you check if there's any ammo over there? Yeah, Minjin said. Meanwhile, in the other building, Han Yena kept watch through her binoculars. Haven't seen Minjin or Hakchiol for a bit now, she mumbled. Did they already go down earlier? Is it okay to head down to the first floor and wait now? Suddenly, a zombie outside screamed, Rar! More infected roared, Rar! Groar! They all rushed toward the sound. Han Yena trembled. The infected are all gathering that way. She started sweating. There's no way I can get down there right now. Should I just stay up here and wait? No, more importantly, will they even be able to make it back safely? Suddenly, her eyes widened. Huh, she muttered. An old zombie stood outside, and it smiled at her. Her heart stopped. She immediately ducked down and whispered, trembling, Did it just look at me and smile? Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider sharing my videos or channel with your friends who might also enjoy it. Your support means the world to me and helps my channel grow. Let's keep this community thriving together. Until next time, see you in the next video.